Good day, dear friends. I hope you are all doing well, had a great week, and that everybody in your family is safe. When I began this, weekly video a few months ago, I didn't know that it would continue. I thought this would just sort of be a bridge to connect us while we're not able to meet in person for our Life Bible studies, but it's become a good way to communicate. It's become a good way to pass my thoughts on to you and just to hopefully be uplifting and let you know that I'm here for you. This week's been a little bit different for me. It was 10 years ago this week that my dad passed away. And every year that he passed, on the anniversary of him passing away, I think back to my dad, and Dad and I were a lot alike. And one of my proudest moments is when somebody says, "You're like your dad." From my standpoint, he was a great man. So I delivered the eulogy, and at the time I didn't realize it, but 7 months later I would be standing in that same church for the funeral of my mom. So in about 7 months apart, I lost both of them. But I know that one day I'm going to see them again. So that brings joy to me. Obviously there's sadness. I miss them. I think about them. Dad and I used to talk every week, and I'll get up on some Saturday mornings now and think, boy, it'd be great if I could call Dad, if I could tell him what's going on, if I can tell him about what his great-grandchildren are doing. But Mom and Dad never had the opportunity to meet their great-grandchildren. But I know one day they will. And I want to read to you today from first chapter of Corinthians. It's in chapter 15, verses 51 through 58. It says, "Behold, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised imperishable, and we shall be changed. For this perishable body must put on the imperishable, and this mortal body must put on immortality. When the perishable puts on the imperishable, and the mortal puts on immortality, then shall come to pass the saying which is written, Death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is your victory? O death, where is your sting? The sting of death is sin, and the power of sin is the law. But thanks be to God who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore, my beloved brothers and sisters, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that in the Lord your labor is not in vain." And if you've lost loved ones like I have, we can take joy in that if we are followers of Christ. We know that one day we will see them, that one day we'll be together again, and that at that point, in the twinkling of an eye, death will come no more. Sadness will come no more. Joy will be with us because we will be in the presence of our loved ones. We'll be in the presence of friends that have gone before us. And with our frail bodies here, particularly at the age that I'm getting, these bodies start to break down. We have aches and pains. We see friends that pass away. We see those that are dear to us gone on. But through Christ, through his death for us, we have the hope And not just a hope, we have a certainty that we will see them again. Now, be that if Jesus comes back and takes us home and we don't have to pass through death, or when it's our time, in a twinkling of an eye, think about how quick that is. We will go home to be with Jesus, and we will have complete joy, not only because we get to see our loved ones and our dear friends that have gone on before us, because instantly we'll be in the presence of Jesus. And I can't think of anything that will be more joyful occasion. It says, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard what we will see when we get to heaven, when we get to be with our Master and Lord. But I also want you to pay attention to the last part of the verses I read. Verse 58, therefore, my beloved brothers and sisters, be immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that the work of the Lord, your labor is not in vain. What is that work of the Lord? That is to tell others about our Jesus. That is to tell our friends, our neighbors, our family, our loved ones who have not come to a personal relationship with Jesus that they need to. God does not want anyone to die without a personal relationship with him. That is why he sent his only begotten Son. That is why Jesus died for me, for you, for all of us. So let's keep alive the hope in us that we are going to see our loved ones, that I'm going to be able to sit down with my dad again, and to sit down with my mom, and my mom, who had had a stroke about 11 years before she passed away, she'll be able to walk. I will be able to hear her just wonderful alto voice singing again. These are all the things we have to look forward to, but we have to be ready, and we have to get those around us ready, and we have to tell them about our Jesus. I hope you all have a blessed week. I do want to mention each one of these videos has been sort of standalone in the past, each one a mini message, I guess you could say. In the next week or so, I'm planning to start a series of messages. We see so many things going on around us, and if we go back to the words of our Lord when the disciples asked him, what are the signs of your coming, in Matthew 24, and Paul reiterated those signs in 2 Timothy 3. So I want to, and I feel like I'm being led to go through that, and in the same short video format that I've been using, let's look at those signs and let's compare those to what is happening in our world today. So I hope you will continue to check out my videos. I hope they're uplifting to you. I just want to share with you, and I love you guys. So let's continue in the work of the Lord. Let's keep our hope and our certainty that we will be Jesus. We will be with our Lord. Thanks, and have a blessed week. Bye now.